I'm gonna speak in French to start this declaiming. I'm very impressed because essentially I saw women that you know arrived here. We were majority women in this festival. And then I had, and I've heard a lot of excellent women and about their incredible thoughts during this festival. And now I'm going to add my contribution about this discussion on our diasporic lives in Europe, in South America, Euro-Brazilian diaspora. So I'm going to address you now and to talk about a return to to the home country of Césaire.
Gueule de flic, gueule de vache, va-t'en. Je déteste les larbins de l'ordre et les...
Cop, get out. I can't stand Lakers or our maggots of hope. Get you out of here. Then I turned to paradise as lost to him and his sword, and there, rocking in a sweet flood of never tiring thought, I was feeling the wind, unlacing the monsters, and I could hear rising from the other side of the disaster a river of doves in the savannah. Clover that I always carry within me, as deep down as 20-story houses are most insolently high, to give protection from the putrefying forces of crepuscular atmospheres, trodden night and day by a blessed venereal sun. At the end of the dawning bourgeoisie, with delicate creeks, the West Indies, weak within hunger. The West Indies balked with the clap. The West Indies, dynamited by alcohol, stranded in the sludge of his bay, in the dust of this town, sinisterly stranded. At the end of the dawning, the extreme, deceptive, sorry bedsore, and the waves' open wound. The martyrs not bearing witness. The flowers of blood watering and scattering the futile wind, like the cries of prattling parakeets. At the end of the dawning, on this more fragile silver of land, being overtaken so humiliatingly by its grandiose future, the volcanoes will blow open, the bare water will carry off the ready blemishes of the sun, and nothing will remain but an insipid, bubbling packet by the seabirds. The beach of dreams and the insane awakening. At the end of the dawning, this flat town, splayed out, stripped down of its common sense, inert, gasping for breath under the geometrical burden of grasses forever renewed, resisting its fate, mute, thwarted at every turn, incapable of growing with the sap of the land, cut off from fauna, from flora. At the end of the dawning, this flat town splayed out, and in this inert town, the cries of a crowd as out of the step in its cry, as the town is in its movement, in its sense, out of step with its real cry. The only one who you would want to hear cried because it's ring so true, because you feel it there, living deep in some refuge of shadow and pride. In the inner town, this cried out of a steep, with its cry of hunger, of poverty, of revolt, of hatred, this crowd so strangely garrulous and mute. In this town, this inner town, this crowd desolate under the sun, taking no part in anything that expresses itself or asserts itself, phrases itself in the full daylight of its lamp. Not in Josephine impress of friends, trimming high above this Niger's come, nor the liberator frozen in his liberation of Wyden's town, nor the conquistadors, nor in this contempt, nor in this liberty, nor in this courage. At the end of the dawning, this inner town and its nether worlds of lepers, consumption of famines, fear crouching in the ravens, fear roastings of trees in the trees, fears dug deep in the earth, fears drifting in the sky, fears piled up in its fumaroles of anguish. At the end of the dawning, the forgotten morn, forgetful of jumping. At the end of the dawn and the morning, squatting, slowly vomiting out its human weariness. The morn alone in its blood spilled, the morn in its bandages of shade, the morn in its runnels of fear. The morn in its great hands.
Et c'est une horreur, l'angoisse. Au bout du petit matin, le mort oublié, oublieux de sauter. Au bout du petit matin, le morne accroupi devant la pluie. Et je foule, je moulin, lentement, vomissant que fatigue l'homme. Le morne seul et son sang. Le morne et ses pansements d'ombre. Le morne et ses rigoles de peur. Le morne et ses grandes mains. Au bout du petit matin,
At the end of the dawning, the gaunt morn, and none knows better than this runt of a morn why the suicide victim choked himself with full complicity of his hypoglossal churning, his tongue backwards or to swallow it. Why a woman seems to be floating on her back in the Kapul River. Her body luminously obscure gathers itself obediently at her navel's command. Yet she is but a mass of sonorous water. And neither the teacher in his classroom nor the priest at catechism will be able to drag a single word out of the sleepy little nigger boy, in spite of the energetic way of drumming on his shorn skull. For bogged down in the swamps of hunger, his voice lies starving. One single word, and I'll hold you quits for Queen Blanche of Castile. One word, one single word. Just look at this little savage who doesn't know one of God's 10 commandments. For his voice has forgotten itself in the swamps of hunger. And there is nothing really to be got out of the little good for nothing, except for a hunger that can no longer harness the power of his voice, a heavy, spinless hunger, a hunger buried in the deepest reaches of the gaunt morn's hunger. At the end of the dawning, this desperate wreckage, the exacerbated stench of corruption, the monstrous sodomies of hosts and sacrificants, the unscalable prows of prejudice and stupidity, the prostitutions, hypocrisies, lechery, betrayals, falsehoods, forgeries, extortions, greed, hysterias, perversions, the harlequinades of poverty. Here the parade of laughable, scrupulous buboes, the mush of the strangest microbes, poisons with no alexitheric sanies of such ancient wounds, the unpredictable fermentations of putrescible species. At the end of the dawn in the great mansionless night, the stars neither than a burst baffle. The theoretical bulb of the night sprouting from our baseness and from our renunciations. And what used to be joy bringing me awareness of my present poverty. A bumpy road taking a dive into a hollow and scattering the odd shack. An infatigable road charging the morning flat out, and at the top sinking brutally into a puddle of lumpen houses. An insanely steep road dropping recklessly, and the wooden carcass roasting comically on minuscule cement feet that I call our house. It had dressed of iron corrugated under the sun like a skin set out to dry. The room we ate in, the rock-cut floorboards, with the gleam of nail heads, the joints of pine and shadow running across the ceiling. The spindly short chairs, the great light of the lamp, and the shiny rapid light of cockroaches buzzing so hard it hurts. And time would go quickly, very quickly. Gone was August with its mango trees, decked it out in chrysanthemums. September midwife of cyclones, October came, bird on November purring, and the still erased Christmas was on its way. In her first announced it's of Christmas, by pricking of desires. A thirst of new tenderness, a burgeoning of imprecise dreams. Next, it had suddenly taken off with a violent swishing of its great wings of joy, and then back down into the township. Its vertiginous fall burst open life of the shacks like an overripe grenade. Christmas was not like other holidays. It didn't like having to run through the streets to dance in public squares to take its place somewhere to go around. Take advantage of the crush to pinch women to launch fireworks on the faces of the tamarind trees. Agoraphobic Christmas was what it needed was a whole day of rushing around, of preparations, of cook-ups, of cleanups, of worries, of being afraid of something had been forgotten, of being afraid people might be getting bored. And then in the evening, a little church, not an intimidating one, would kindly allow itself to fill up with louder whispers, confidences, declarations of love, gossip, and guttural accompanying of a qual, leader in top form, and all funny guys and great girls too. The shacks with their knowledge, with succulence and paying attention to expense. Back in 20, people were so, and the street is deserted, and nothing is left out of the town but a bouquet of song. And indoors you feel great, and you eat up fine, and you drink up a party. There is a black pudding. The thing is sort of too thin wide called up volleyball. Take stocky shore to the safe one, with the taste of royal tongue. The violent one with the condensantly hot peppers and streaming with caffeine, sweet vitamin milk punch, and the liquid sun of the rooms, and all sorts of good things that impress with authority the lining of your throat, or the syllable rupture, or with it, and you laugh and sing, and choruses burst forth like coconut palms as far as they are. I can say hallelujah, Kyrie, listen, Christy, listen. There's an old mouse that are sinking by the hands, the feet, the buttocks, the genitals, and the whole creature liquefied into sound. Voices and rhythm. Qui se lie, qui en son, voix et rythme, et l'écho, et l'écho, et l'écho, et l'écho. Imagine the high point of its accent. Joy bursts like a cloud. The songs do not stop, but they now roll out. Word and heavy through valleys of fear, tunnels of anguish and fires of hell. An old woman starts to live from nearest hand to nearest mouth, until fear cancels itself out in the fine sand patterns of dreaming. And truly, you live as in a dream. When you drink and you shout and you sing as if in a dream, and you're not off to as in a dream, with rose petals or leads, and there comes velvety like a papadilla, and the barnyard smell of the cacao trees. The turkey cocks kicking off their red postures in the sun, and the obsession of the bells in the rain. The bells in the rain, thinking. Não consigo. Minha voz não tá dando.
Vie prostrée. On ne sait où dépêcher ses rêves avortés. Le fleuve de vie désespérément torpide dans son lit, sans turgescence ni dépression, incertain de fluer, lamentablement vide, la lourde impartialité de l'ennui répartissant l'ombre sur toutes choses égales. L'air stagnant, sans une trouée d'oiseaux clairs, au bout du petit matin, une autre petite maison qui sent très mauvais dans une rue très étroite. Une maison minuscule qui abrite en ses entrailles de bois pourri des dizaines de rats et la turbulence de mes 6 frères et sœurs. Une petite maison cruelle dont l'intransigeance affole nos fins de moi et mon père. Fantasque, grignoté d'une seule misère, je n'ai jamais su laquelle. qu'une imprévisible sorcellerie assoupit en mélancolique tendresse ou exalte en haute flamme de colère. Et ma mère, dont les jambes, pour notre faim inlassable, pédalent de jour, de nuit. Je suis même réveillé la nuit par ces jambes inlassables qui pédalent la nuit. Et la morsure âpre dans la chair molle de la nuit d'une singère que ma mère pédale pour notre faim, et de jour et de nuit. Au bout du petit matin, au-delà de mon père, de ma mère, la case, gerçant d'ampoule comme un péché tourmenté de la cloque. Et le toit aminci, rapiécé de morceaux de bidons de pétrole, et ça fait des marais de rouillure dans la pâte grise, sordide, empuantie de la paille. Et quand le vent siffle, ces disparates font bizarre le bruit, comme un crépitement de friture d'abord, puis comme un tison que l'on plonge dans l'eau avec la fumée des brindilles qui s'envolent. Et le lit de planche d'où s'est levée ma race. Tout entière ma race de ce lit de planche avec ses pattes de caisse de kérosine, comme s'il avait l'éléphantiasis, le lit, et sa peau de cabri et ses feuilles de banane séchées et ses haillons, une nostalgie de matelas, le lit de ma grand-mère. Au-dessus du lit, dans un pot plein d'huile, un lumignon dont la flamme danse comme un gros ravet sur le pot en lettres d'or. Merci. Et une honte, cette rue paille, un appendice dégoûtant, comme les parties honteuses du bourg qui étend à droite et à gauche tout au long de la route coloniale, la houle grise de ses toits descentes. Ici, il n'y a que des toits de paille que l'embrun a brunis et que le vent épile. Tout le monde la méprise, cette rue paille. C'est là que...
Você tá dando pra gente? Ai, que gracinha, obrigada.
Et ses chiens crevés, car la rue débouche sur la plage, et la plage ne suffit pas à la rage écumante de la mer. Une détresse, cette plage, elle aussi, avec ses tas d'ordures pourrissants, ses croupes furtives qui se soulagent, et le sable est noir, funèbre. On n'a jamais vu un sable si noir, et l'écume glisse dessus en glapissant. Et la mer la frappe à grands coups de boxe, ou plutôt la mer est un gros chien qui lèche et mord la plage au jarret, et à force de la mordre, elle finira bien par la dévorer, la plage et la rue paille avec. Au bout du petit matin, le vent de jadis qui s'élève des fidélités trahies, du devoir incertain qui se dérobe. Et cet autre petit matin d'Europe, partir. Comme il y a des hommes hyènes et des hommes panthères, je serais un homme juif, un homme cafre, un homme hindou de Calcutta, un homme de Harlem qui ne vote pas. L'homme famine, l'homme insulte, l'homme torture. On pouvait à n'importe quel moment le saisir, le rouer de coups, le tuer. Parfaitement, le tuer sans avoir de compte à rendre à personne, sans avoir d'excuses à présenter à personne. Un homme juif, un homme pogrom, un chiot, un mendigo. Mais est-ce qu'on tue le remords beau comme la face de stupeur d'une dame anglaise qui trouverait dans sa soupière un
crâne de haut en temps. Je retrouverai le secret des grandes communications et des grandes combustions. Je dirais orage, je dirais fleuve, je dirais tornade, je dirais feuille, je dirais arbre. Je serai mouillé de toutes les pluies. Je serai humecté de toutes les rosées. Je roulerai comme du sang frénétique sur le courant lent de l'œil, des mots en chevaux fous, en enfants frais, en cailloux, en couvre-feu, en vestiges de temples, en pierres précieuses assez loin pour décourager les mineurs qui ne comprendraient pas davantage le rugissement du tigre. Et vous, fantômes, montez, bleus de chimie, j'aurai des mots assez vastes pour vous contenir. Et toi, terre tendue, terre saoule, terre grand sexe levé vers le soleil, terre grand délire de la mantule de Dieu, terre dont je ne puis comparer la face houleuse qu'à la forêt vierge et folle que je souhaiterais pouvoir, en guise de visage, montrer aux yeux indéchiffreurs des hommes. Il me suffirait d'une gorgée de ton lait gicouli pour qu'en toi je découvre, toujours à même distance de mirage, la terre où tout est libre et fraternel, ma terre. Oh. Partir. Mon cœur bruissait de générosité en fatigue. Partir. J'arriverai, lisse et jeune, dans ce pays mien, et je dirais à ce pays dont le limon entre dans la composition de ma chair, j'ai longtemps erré, et je reviens vers la hideur désertée de vos plaies. Je viendrai à ce pays mien et je lui dirai « Embrassez-moi !» sans crainte. Et si je ne sais que parler, c'est pour vous que je parlerai. Et je lui dirai encore, ma bouche sera la bouche des malheurs qui n'ont point de bouche. Ma voix, la liberté de celles qui s'affaissent au cachot du désespoir. Et venant, je me dirai à moi-même et surtout mon corps, aussi bien que mon âme, gardez-vous de vous croiser les bras dans l'attitude stérile du spectateur, car la vie n'est pas un spectacle, car une mère de douleur n'est pas un proscénium, car un homme qui crie n'est pas un ours qui danse. Et voici que je suis venu de nouveau. Cette vie clopinante devant moi, non, pas cette vie, cette mort sans sens ni piété.
De grâce une seule. Je n'ai pas de voile.
To calculate. I have no right to calculate life and my fuliginous handspan. To reduce myself to this tiny. The lips with all nothing, trembling for fingers above the line. To obtain creation, thus so that I might include myself between latitude and longitude.
La base, et l'entêté désir, le voici divisé des oasis fraîches de la fraternité, ce rien pudique frise des chartes dures, cet horizon trop sûr, tressaille comme un jour dur. Au dernier triomphe, corbeau tenace de la trahison, ce qui est à moi. C'est quelques milliers de mortiférés qui complètement rond dans laquelle est pas sublime. C'est invincible. Marqué comme le désir, un filet de souliers. On dirait une ancienneté maternelle pour protéger la ténuité du déclate qui sépare l'une de l'autre Amérique. Et ces flancs qui secrètent pour l'Europe la plein du cœur d'un mainstream, et l'un des deux versants de la connaissance, entre quoi l'équateur funambule de l'Afrique. Et mon île, non clôture, sa claire audace debout à l'arrière de ce Polynésie.
Guadeloupe, fendue en deux de sa raie dorsale, où la négritude se mit debout pour la première fois.
It believed in its humanity, and the funny little nail of Florida, where the strangulation of a Negro is almost complete, and Africa gigantically caterpillaring up to the Hispanic foot of Europe, its nakedness where death reaps wide swaths.
Gigantesquement cheminant jusqu'au pied hispanique de l'Europe. Sa nudité où la mort flonge la large longueur. Et je dis, Bordeaux,
And I say to myself, Bordeaux and Nantes and Liverpool and New York and San Francisco were not a corner, and Rio not a corner of this world which doesn't bear my fingerprint and my Guaracanian spines of the skyscrapers and my filth and the glitter of the gems. The state of having better than I, Virginia, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama. Muses, bursts, patriarch factions, revolts, intellectual marshes, of putrid blood, trumpets, absurd like Baghdad. When land sing, when lands can sing in a land. But is mine also. A little cell in the Utah. A little cell is now lining with it with white bars. The snow is a white collar mounting guard in front of a prison. What is mine? Is a lone man in prison. No, it's white and a lone man. Is a lone man defying the white cries of white death. Is a lone man who fascinates the white hawk of white death. Is a lone man in the barren sea of white sand. Is an old darky standing strong against the downpouring sky. Death describes a brilliant circle above this man. Death stars softly over his head. Death blows mad in the ripe cane fields of his arms. Death gallops in the prison like a white horse. Death gallows in the shadows like a cat's eyes. Death hiccups like water under the case. Death is a wooden bird. Death wings. Death vacillates. Death is a skittish bacteria. Death expires in a white pool of silence. Swelling of night in the four corners of this dwelling. Death convulsions, rigidified, dogged destiny, cries erect of man. Will not the splendor of this blood shine forth? And the end of the dawn in these countries, without stella, these paths without memory, these winds without records.
C'est bon, sans tablette, qu'importe.
What does it matter?
Chante le rion, hurle le rion. Voilà.
We would speak, sing, shout, rich voice and hoarse voice. You would be our wealth,
Oui,
our spearhead.
c'est mon. Raison de sacre.
Words, yes, words, reason, a crown, or even breeze. Mouth of water, your name. For me, it's the whip's corolla. Beauty, I call you back in the song, but the croaky contraband of my water, laughter, my treasure of Salpatch. Because we hate you, you and your reason, we claim for ourselves early dementia, flaming madness, lingering cannibalism. Treasure, let us count. Madness remembering, madness screaming, madness seeing, madness unleashing self, and you know the rest. That two and two make five.
Se lisse là, barbe, etc., etc. Qui et quels nous sommes? Admirable question. À force de regarder les arbres, je suis devenu un arbre et mes longs pieds d'arbre ont tissé dans le sol de larges sacs à venin, de hautes villes d'ossements. À force de penser au Congo, je suis devenu un Congo, bruissant de forêts et de fleuves, où le fouet claque comme un grand étendard, l'étendard du prophète, où l'eau fait « liquala, liquala », où l'éclair de la colère lance sa hache verdâtre et force les sangliers de la putréfaction dans la belle oreille violente des narines. Douanier! Ange qui montez aux portes de l'écume, la garde des prohibitions, je déclare mes crimes et qu'il n'y a rien à dire pour ma défense. Danse, idole, relapse, moi aussi, j'ai assassiné Dieu de ma paresse, de mes paroles, de mes gestes, de mes chansons obscènes. J'ai porté des plumes de perroquet, des dépouilles de chats musqués. J'ai lassé la patience des missionnaires, insulté les bienfaiteurs de l'humanité, défié Tyr, défié Sidon, adoré le Zambèze. L'étendue de ma perversité me confond. Mais pourquoi, brousse impénétrable, encore cacher le vif zéro de ma mendicité et par un souci de noblesse apprise, ne pas entonner l'horrible bond de ma laideur pawine, Vumroho, à charmer les serpents, à conjurer les morts, Vumroho, à contraindre la pluie, à contrarier les raz-de-marée, Vumroho, à empêcher que ne tourne l'ombre, Vumroho, que mes cieux, à moi, s'ouvrent. Moi, sur une route, enfant, mâchant une racine de canne à sucre. Traîné, homme, sur une route sanglante, une corde au cou. Debout, au milieu d'un cirque immense, sur mon front noir, une couronne de datura, s'envoler, plus haut que le frisson, plus haut que les sorcières, vers d'autres étoiles, à l'heure où nul n'y pense, les îles liées pour 1000 ans. Vumro! Pour que revienne le temps de promission, et l'oiseau qui savait mon nom, et la femme qui avait 1000 noms de fontaines, de soleil et de pleurs, et ses cheveux d'alevin, et ses pas, mes climats, et ses yeux, mes saisons, et les jours sans nuisance, et les nuits sans offense, et les étoiles de confidence, et le vent de connivence. Mais qui tourne ma voix? Qui écorche ma voix, me fourrant dans la gorge 1000 crocs de bambou, 1000 pieux d'oursin? C'est toi, sale bout de monde, sale bout de petit matin. C'est toi, sale haine. C'est toi, poids de l'insulte et 100 ans de coups de fouet. C'est toi, 100 ans de ma patience, 100 ans de mes soins justes à ne pas mourir. Oh, oh! Qui puis-je? Il faut bien commencer. Commencer quoi? La seule chose au monde qui vaille la peine de commencer. La fin du monde, parbleu. Tourte. Oh, tourte de l'effroyable automne où pousse l'acier neuf et le béton vivace. Tourte. Oh, tourte, où l'air se rouille en grandes plaques d'allégresse mauvaise, où l'eau sagneuse balafre les grandes joues solaires. Je vous hais. On voit encore des madras aux reins des femmes, des anneaux à leurs oreilles, des sourires à leur bouche, des enfants à leurs mamelles, et j'en passe. Assez de ce scandale. En vain, dans la tiédeur de votre gorge, mûrissez-vous 20 fois la même pauvre consolation que nous sommes des marmonneurs de mots. Des mots? Quand nous manions des quartiers de monde, quand nous épousons des continents en délire, quand nous forçons de fumantes portes, des mots? Ah oui, des mots, mais des mots de sang frais, des mots qui sont des rats de marée, et des érésipèles, et des paludismes, et des laves, et des feux de brousse, et des flambées de chair, et des flambées de ville. Sachez-le bien, je ne joue jamais si ce n'est à l'an 1000. Je ne joue jamais si ce n'est à la grande peur. Accommodez-vous de moi, je ne m'accommode pas de vous. Parfois, on me voit d'un grand geste du cerveau happer un nuage trop rouge ou une caresse de pluie ou un prélude du vent. Ne vous tranquillisez pas outre mesure. Je force la membrane vitelline qui me sépare de moi-même. Je force les grandes eaux qui me ceinturent de sang. C'est moi, rien que moi, qui arrête ma place sur le dernier train de la dernière vague, du dernier raz de marée. C'est moi, rien que moi, qui prends langue avec la dernière angoisse. C'est moi, oh, rien que moi qui m'assure au chalumeau les premières gouttes de lait virginal. Et maintenant, un dernier zut. Au soleil, il ne suffit pas à saouler ma tête trop forte. Ah, la nuit farineuse avec les pendaisons d'or des lucioles incertaines. Ah, la chevelure qui tremble tout au haut de la falaise, le vent y saute en inconstante cavalerie salée. Je lis bien à mon pouls que l'exotisme.
Exotism is indeed no prevent for many. And Europe contorted with cries, a sonic currents of despair, leaving fearful Europe pulling herself together, and her pride over her maiden herself. I want this beautiful egoism that ventures and my plothing brings back to my mind an implacable now. Proud. So much blood in my memory. My memory are lagoons. They are covered with dove's hats. They are not covered with water lilies. In my memory are lagoons. They are covered with dove's hats. They are not covered with water lilies. and the memorial goes on their banks. No grass skirts of women are laid out. My memory is enveloped in blood. My memory has a bell of cadavers. Niggers are all the same. I tell you vices, all the vices. I'm telling you, this the nigger stage that makes the king grow. Remember the old saying, a good whipping is the best footed for a nigger. Around the knocking chairs, meditating on the voluptuousness of the king, I circle unappeased feeling. Or quite simply, how they'd like to think of us. Me really obscene, so jazzed out to do in their excess of inouï. Like in a tricking, the Lindy hop and a tap dance for most of its choice. The beautiful limitations coded in a wall. Wait, everything's in a corner. And under my coordinations nibbling you, swallowing batons, my dignity is sprawling puke. Indeed, the whites are great warriors, so stand up for the master of the Negro Guild. Victory, victory, tell the defeated are happy. Joy is the stings and songs of men. Refuse to take the pearl pause that is worth and the glories, and I laugh now over my puerile fantasies. And the possessions of humanity stop before the gates of niggery. Now we are walking compass just promising for tender cane and silky cotton, and they would bring us with the red hot iron, and we would live in our excrement. And they would sell us in the town square, and sheets and solid meat from Ireland would cost less than we. And this country will become tranquil, seeing how the Spirit of God was in its ever doing. Slave ship vomit, us venery from Calvary, wet blocking your ears. Us really drunk from the ocean swell, the gusts, the haze inhaled, pardon, whirlwind, pardon. And here rising from the being of the dying, the sound of someone being deceived. I used to chant with clenched fist. Let it be known just how far I carry the cowardice. One evening, a street car opposite me, a Negro. It was a Negro as big as a pongo, and he was trying to make himself as small as he could on a street bench. He was trying to lose his gigantic legs and his shaking, starving boxes hands on his filthy bed.
négritude d'elle et décolorait sous l'assaut d'une inlassable et l'officier de la misère. Un gros regard suivi dont les petits son visage était cicatrisé en une escalier. Ou plutôt, c'était un devenu infatigable, la misère, travaillant à quelques particularités. On voyait bien comment les petits sont expliqués et malveillants avaient motivé le front en tête. Percé de deux tunnels parallèles et insaisissables. Allongé la démesure de la vie par un chef-d'œuvre caricatural adopté, poli, permis, minuscule, minimale, très d'inscription.
Giants united in prayer over an garlic stick. Negro bird in an old frayed jacket, a comic ugly Negro and women behind me were sniggering as they looked at him. He was comical and ugly, that's for sure. My face supported a broad, knowing smile. My cowardice rediscovered. I'll hate the 3 centuries of support my civil rights. And my Mesa stream blood, my hearing is more a farce. So I might repeat, man, I did this name was calling me. So I hidden behind it and was the man on the ground. His face fragile, the fences scattered. Sacred maxims trample on their food, his patent ratings letting wind from everyone. He was a man on the ground, and his soul is as if naked, and the triumphs, and it completes the melding of his soul. We must divide it into the ancestral quagmire. I say it is right like this. I live for the flattest part of my soul, for the blandest part of my flesh.
Ceux qui n'ont inventé ni la poudre ni la cuisson, ceux qui n'ont jamais su dompter la vapeur ni l'électricité, ceux qui n'ont exploré ni les mers ni le ciel, mais qui savent penser moins en moins que pays. Ceux qui n'ont connu que la terrasse noire, ceux qui se sont assouplis aux avenues vivants, ceux qui domestica et christianisa, ceux qu'on inocula d'attardissement, cam-cam de main vide, cam-cam finale de plaie sanglante, cam-cam burlesque de trahison cavide, ciel de petit matin de
The ground Johnny and of ancestral heat and fear. I have borne my pilgrim riches, I have borne my genuine falsities. What strange price illuminates me now? Come home, bring, come hawk. Come break of the horizon. Come sinus phallus. Come lotus bearer of the world. Come. Come drive of our land, come wolves a gazing at the body's worlds, or refreshes at the hour when the ecliptic anima moan, and your sun mate. Under the discretion of my evil lies a wild boar wallow under the grey stone. Your eyes are a quivering conglomerate of lady words. Words of mine, calm and cradle the child who does not know. Each time round the map of spring must be plotted anew. Glasses of sleep for the cow, pass of hope. The long alcohol sweep of the ocean while any place to mere luminous steps. Draw lumber from the foremost brow of the man. Their shape, that trembling belly of a woman carries as it would in the realm. Friendly light, O coolest fount of land. Those who emanate their ground power nor compass, those who never change steam electricity. Swift one neither seen our sky, but those with whom the earth would not be the earth. Capacity bring in all the more good as the earth exerts the earth even more. Silo, where is concerned and ordinance for the earth, as that is most earth. My negritude is no stone, it's not most one, yes, the choir of the day. Water of the still dies of the earth. Negritude is neither town nor cathedral, it plunges into the red flesh of the soil. And plunges in ardent flash of the sky, pierces opaque but its unswerving passion. Here for workers, here for those who have never written anything, for those who have never explored anything, for those who have never championed anything. But they let themselves go held at the essence of all things, ignore their services but held by the moment of all things, concerned by championing playing the game of the world. Truly other sons of the world, force to every breath of the world, look warm dawning of essential virtues. Blood. Listen to the white world, horrible, weary from its immense effort. Its rebellious joints working on our stars, its blues. Rigidity piercing the mystical flash. Listen to this prodigious victory's trembling broad as the flame. Pity for conquerors on this need. Or for those who have never read anything, for those who never explored anything, for those who have never done anything. For love, for pain, for those who reincarnated tears. At the end of this dying here is my real prayer.
Faites-moi rebelle à toute vanité, mais docile à son demi.
Make me commissioner of its blood. Make me a trustee of its resentment. Make me a man of envy. Make me a man of initiation. Make me a man of ruin. Make me a man of recognition. Computer. Landmarks. Now. It's time to journal my voice like a poem.
Le faisant au cœur, réservez-moi de vous de haine. Ne faites point de moi cette tonne de haine, beaucoup de haine, car pour me cantonner en cette ligne race, vous savez pourtant, mon amour tyrannique.
And it is not through hatred of other races that I would have myself guarded on its unique race. Then by one is for universal hunger, for universal thirst. Summon a race free at last, to produce form its hidden intimacies, the succulent of fruit. Now I'm just a man, no degradation of speed can control. Now I am just a man who accepts no longer having anger. There is now in his heart only an immense love, which burns. Shining on shores of the legal whip, and the dungeon 4 feet high, covered with spikes, and my hands shrinking from my right courage. To leap down into our sea. Push on my shoulder, and the mass will tear my cold skin and so sad of a mess, but it able to shape geography to the map of the world, made use dependent on deputy records of
prisonnière d'un angle facial, d'une forme de cheveux, d'un teint suffisamment mélanéen, d'un nez suffisamment aplati, et la négritude non plus un indice céphalique, ou un plasma, ou un stomac, mais mesuré au contact de la souffrance,
I accept all of this. And now suddenly strength and life assail me like a bolt. Country or here my Montana, that's huge. And the force is within us, but above us, universe at his side. And this listener's live in a transpersonal apocalyptic wasp, and the voice pronounces that he wrote. As first me feeling as it lies and blood and what true but work. I'm not ready to do this world. It isn't enough to have me based. Mechanism had just begun, and each forbidden motionless. Must be conquered and races and eliminated. Intelligent and strength, and there's room for everyone. Really pomade for the conquest. Turns around the earth, lining up this fragment that all has fixed and never saw shoots from sky to earth, and our limitless command. Now they can enter the seven cities through the great resort gate. Eat of a raw blood. It's not, and I see how my grandfather is dying. As he made not to take his attention off it, the captain hums the loud sail when the group from the man flows into the sea or gives him over to the appetite of his hounds. The fright and unbelievers come by the sky spilled blood, bitter chase of freedom, and the rest come standing. White dogs over the north, black snake of the south. You complete the skies wide bound. The sea to cross, so yet another sea to cross. And I'm not even my lungs, that the prince might be silent, that the queen might ease me. Yet another old man to murder a man matter free. So my glow bark, bark, and that the old might hoot my beautiful, curious angels. The master of laughter, the master of formidable silence, master of hope and despair, the master of sloth, the master of the dances. It is I. And it's freedom, not flesh. I offer you to you. The fires where my weakness sparkles. I offer you to you. Changing, I offer up to you the swamp. For up to you my abrupt words, devour and envelop, embrace me. The vast shiver, and embrace me till the spirit is mercy. But having also bitterness to the blood of a moment and embrace. My purity is meant to purity alone, but embrace them. Out of our purities and line me with your remorse, with your vast arms to the luminous glare. Navel of the world, bind me fierce fraternity. Then strangling me with your lasso stars, rise up top. All imprinted in my ancestral white communion. In that great black hole, I thought to join the sector. It is there now that I will fish the nights of overland time and its ocean's vast radiation.